The Satsuma Rebellion of 1877 was basically the samurai's last big win or obsolete tour. Imagine a rock band that refuses to retire even though the music industry has moved on to synth-pop. They're still strumming their katanas, while the world has started blasting rifles and railroads. At the center was Saigo Takamori, a legendary samurai who had once helped overthrow the shogunate and bring about the Meiji Restoration. Only to realize that the new government was a bit too into Western suits, taxis and standing armies. The stakes are clear. For the rebels, honor, tradition and the belief that the soul of Japan still wore top knots and carried blades. For the government, proving that modernization wasn't just a fashion trend, it was survival. Japan was either going to step into modern age or trip over its own kimono, trying. The Battle of Shurayama of September 24th, 1877. By the time the rebels reached Shurayama, things got dire. Saigo had started the rebellion with thousands of samurai. By the end, he had maybe 500 exhausted warriors left. Hungry, out of ammo, but rich in spirit and glorious facial hair. The Imperial Japanese army, meanwhile, rolled up with 30,000 men, modern rifles, and artillery. It wasn't a fair fight. It was like bringing a water gun to a tsunami. The night before the battle, Saigo supposedly wrote farewell poems, shared sake, and prepared for a final charge. Morning broke, cannons roared, and the samurai charged downhill into the storm. They knew they were running into machine fire. But there's something terrifyingly poetic about men yelling battle cries while charging the swords against bullets. It's the kind of scene Hollywood would exaggerate. Except here, it actually happens. One by one, the samurai fell. Saigo himself was mortally wounded. Some accounts say by a bullet, others that he committed seppuku before capture. Either way, his end was wrapped in the aura of tragic nobility. The rebellion had crushed. The Battle of Shurayama wasn't just the end of Saigo. It was the end of the samurai as a force in Japan. The katana was officially retired from the battlefield, replaced by rifles and uniforms. The government could finally say, "See, samurai honor is cool, but Gatling guns are cooler." Yet, Saigo Takamori didn't die a villain. Quite the opposite. The people admired him for his loyalty and courage, even when he stood against the state he helped build. He became a folk hero, the last true samurai. Statues of him were later raised in Tokyo, sometimes showing him not in armor, but in casual clothes with his dog. A reminder that even a rebel can become a legend.